And into this house he put Maria Tourdes, who was living in Quillon, which is near Rennes-le-Chateau. She had a house there with her parents. She had a sister. I think the house, they used it in summer because it was a spa, it was a holiday place. So that's how she was there. She'd met the priest, well, obviously. He brought her here, and there are letters from her saying that she was very happy. There were no letters saying, the ones I saw, that she was having an affair with him. I mean, I'd be quite clear on that. Nothing like that. But it was, she had happiness like she couldn't believe, and they used to laugh a lot. And he loved this place because it was the town of Bells. So, and he bought her exotic plants, and he could meet people here. Jose said yesterday that he couldn't see in Rennes-le-Chateau anymore. There's a burnout over there, but here he could have the people in this area. No one in Gerona, except a few priests who worked in the cathedral, got in here. So the people in Gerona, who then were mostly bureaucrats and agricultural, they could not come in here. They were outside of this place. So hence, probably that is the reason they have no record of what happened in here. And what you're seeing here is nothing like how it was. Because what they've done, and I don't know why, and I would like to know why, is that they've lifted up the earth so that the bottom floor of the house is gone. So what you're seeing here, you see the shape of the roof going down the back there, and it looks like a very small one-story house. I mean, things are missing here. We've got a very small house. They put all this earth, landscaped it, and landscaped it in a way so you can't even tell where the palm tree is.
Where was it?
Well, the palm tree was in the middle. It was somewhere here. I mean, it's in the second part of the garden, so I feel it was here. But the palm tree was, I knew the palm tree, it covered the whole garden, but if you said what point to it, I would have a problem with this. And yet there are trees that are new. I talked to a gardener about it. He was doing I said, where was the palm tree? He said it was here, but he too he said it's been covered by new trees. So we've got new trees and we've got old trees. So the tower had another entrance, which Jose talked about. The priest, he talked in yesterday, the house before, where the priest used to, rather than come through the town, he used to come from over there, walk up, and come in the entrance that I walked up when I was 15. I saw the steps which went onto the back door, which was near the tower. And it was the tower was a sort of ordinary tower of its time, in as much as people would use this tower, women especially, because they couldn't walk out in the town. You didn't go out. You never go on your own. I mean, I think you were, you went out, even with your husband, you were not accepted down you couldn't go in a bar. You could go in the Cafe Antigua, which was the one, before it was a milk shop. You could go in there, you could drink milk, and then you could drink coffee, you could have an ice, you had ice cream, and you watched the activities of the town hall opposite. That was what you did. But otherwise you went up if you had a tower, you could walk up your tower and look out at what was going on, and that's what women did. But this tower was not that kind of tower. I mean, she might have walked up and looked over at Rennes-le-Chateau, probably did. And then finally, just to say, when I met her, she was quite, she was sturdy in her resolve to stay here and make it work. As I said about her, she could actually, I've got 120 of her letters. And she knew what she wanted, and she knew who to get it from, and she knew how to ask, and inside she was very sad. And she said one line, she said, I once loved a prince. And she said that, I think she said that maybe once or twice. I mean, she certainly said it when I saw her the last time in Paris. The thing about her here, I thought she was a clean woman, yet I saw her downtown in one evening, and she was in the alley by the Calros restaurant, and she looked amazing. She looked like I didn't know it was her. She looked only by her boots. She had these amazing boots that I know this is a French one. So she had a kind of chameleon type of personality, and I thought she was then about 50, you know. But in fact, she was, you know, she was over 70, and she died, in fact, when she was about 80, she was 84, something like that, in Paris, in Paris. And so she left here because she was, some people said she was frightened, and she couldn't stay any longer. The music used to come, her day, one of his cousins played the organ, the music used to come over here. I think he suggested the day that he made a signal to her. And when I was in the house, I remember the sound of the music was very, very loud. And I did see, Jean Cocteau was here, and he filmed some of this, and he wanted to get in through the windows of into the house. That was his main, and this was back in 55. And he didn't get in the windows, and he got ladders to try and get up the tower, so he was very keen on the house, not on the film. He was making the house. So
what was the purpose of the tower? I mean, what's the real purpose behind it?
To activate the center point, number 7, which is the Mount Canigou. So it was an activator. From Rennes-le-Chateau to there, it's an energy line, it's got special electric energy. They can activate that by the tower. It's a center point. It's called the golden mean, or golden cup. I'm not a scientist, so that I don't know, but that is what the objective of it is. It's not a landmark.
So
and he was very precise when he came here to get, he sent Eli Bott, who was his architect here, several times to try and get the exact measurements and copy of that tower.
So when that point was activated, he went through the course of initiation, like you say, in the portal, and finished on
Yeah,
Canigou?
well, I don't know if he finished it. I gather he didn't.
He didn't finish it.
No. And he went through certain points of it. He claimed his intention was to find the Grail. That's what people said. And but then he also said what he was doing had nothing to do with gold bars. It was or the Catholic Church.
But the portal can be activated with that, because I mean there is no tower now, and people are still using the portal up in Canigou, so you don't really need that activation.
No,
for some reason.
It opened it in a way which is probably much more large and much more meaningful than now. I mean, the portal in '64, which was just before this was taken down, was the one that Darley fell through and painted in the railway station.
He fell through the portal.
In the portal, yes, he did. That was his big experience.
In Canigou?
No, Patrice Station.
Oh.
It's up there. And the mountain hangs over the station. In a way, you stand on the platform, where some days it seems as if it's amazing. So that was one of the things that happened to Darley.
So the tower was just used to activate the portal initially.
But only the portal up in Canigou, right? Because the geometry had to be perfect according to the mathematics of Canigou and not that station.
No, it's only Canigou, Rennes-le-Chateau.
So the
center point is actually the peak. And the other thing about Saint-Jean-de-la-Pena, the midpoint with Saint-Jean-de-la-Pena and Lourdes is the peak. There's a peak there as well, midpoint, one of the mountains. So there's 3 places where there are peaks. Like there's one with Blanchefort and Blanquefort here. There's another peak, which is another center place. They all have towers.
Are they north-south ones? Are the lines north-south?
No, they go across the Pyrenees, but then
east-west as well.
Yeah, they're not different in their essence to here. And what happened to Bernadette Silverlight in Lourdes was similar to what happened when they had the vision here. And usually water appears where visions come. So it's a fountain. And if a fountain comes, it's seen as beneficent. And there is a fountain up there.
By
the Saint Daniel, a bit further down, a new one.
So the towers were like enhancers of the Canigou.
They were definitely energetic.
Yeah, but I mean, somebody was able to activate or enhance you said the power of
Yeah,
Canigou.
they must have activated.
And that knowledge, I guess, came from, was that Kabbalistic or was that Egyptian?
No, before.
So it's Egyptian, maybe.
Yeah, but maybe pre-Egyptian.
Maybe pre-Egyptian.
That's what the obelisks in Egypt do. They activate, centers.
Is that what they do? Patrice? Is that
That's
what
the
you say?
ritual purpose of it, was to activate the towers, to activate the...
Right, but these weren't obelisks. They were different structures. I mean,
Yeah, but they had to match. And they had the exact same point on the energy line.
Right.
Maybe they could have put something else on the energy line. I don't think it was the towers themselves. It was the activity within the tower.
Oh,
The
tower,
activity
yeah.
within it, like...
Yeah,
like
I mean the tower is not made of special electric material which would activate that one. No. It has a point on the energy line which can activate it. So today, I mean, we could activate maybe over there so that the portal became... The portal opens and closes, so it isn't always available. Currently the most important date is the old Celtic New Year.
Which is what?
That's supposed to be the 8th. You know, we always talk about the 8th of November.
The 8th of November.
So that is supposed to be when it's most active.
Do you know that there have been many apparitions at Lourdes, not only Bernadette?
I'm sure.
I read a book about it recently. There have been many apparitions, but it's all put down and nobody knows about it.
Right.
And they think these apparitions have been activated as well.
Yes.
But
So